Reality, the channel that covers reality TV and life from a mental health perspective. I caught a I caught a feeling today, or I feel kind of okay today. I think it's because of yesterday. Yesterday stepping out and doing something for me. It feels good to break up the monotony of being forced to do things. You have to do this. Ensure that you do this. Make sure that you do this. This terminology mainly comes from work for me, as people cannot make the same type of demands from me in my life. Even though I'm not saying that I do not have any responsibilities in life outside of work, but I lost one of the biggest responsibilities that I had, which was taking care of my father when he was sick. And I have not really replaced that time that I was spending to do this important duty with anything for me. I've plugged it up with work things and personal things for other people. And right now, I've reached this time period in my life where I'm like, you know what? I don't have to fill that space with something that I'm doing for somebody else. I can just fill that space up with either spare time for me to relax or find an activity that makes me happy, a hobby, something recreational, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that is where I'm at with that. That is where I'm at with that, and I think that's why I feel a little bit more relaxed today, because I'm feeling like I took time out of my schedule to just do something that was pretty cool to me and something that I liked. Hey, man, yesterday I was like, I went on this TV show taping, and man, I didn't get on the camera. Today, when I woke up, I was like, I'm gonna get paid. No matter what, I was at the last taping for Hoda and Jenna, and you know me and my social media presence. When that thing comes out, if I spot myself for even a millisecond, I'm recording that millisecond. And on top of that, I'm going to mix that in with my video footage that I took of said event. And yeah, we're gonna make that post about how I was a part of that moment while brief. Retire from what, Tariq? What am I retiring from? My name is Nunya. My name is Nunya Business. But if you follow my channel for long enough, you will find out my name, because my name is everywhere. I'm famous, if you didn't know that. Anyways, yeah. Whatever is meant for you is meant for you. Okay, so why I'm saying that? There's been things in my life that I really wanted in life. And I've thought to myself, why can't I get this thing? There's no end to life for as long as you know. I don't know. That's not my concern right now. But anyways, there's things that I wanted in life, and I wanted them really badly. And I tried to get those things, tried to achieve those things, and it didn't happen for me. And then I tried and I tried again, and this particular thing didn't happen for me. And then I was like, why? I'm putting in all the work, I'm doing all the necessary steps that it takes to achieve this thing, and it's just not happening for me. So I guess that this is just not what's meant for me. I've had instances in my life where something that I thought of as a huge opportunity at one time did not work out for me, and a insanely better opportunity came along. So I can give an example. I was working at this place for about 5 years, and 5 years on and off, because I actually think that I left that job 2 times, but the 2 leaves that I took were like under 3 months. So I actually worked there for like 4 years and 6 months, but I consider that as 5 years because I was with that same company for 5 years. Get your TikTok comment on out of here. It's too old. It's not even a TikTok comment. I feel like that is a bot comment, because I see on my page when I get these random algorithm comments, it's the same comments over and over. So I can't believe that it's just 10,000 people sharing the same brain making the exact same comment. I don't really think that. I think that Tariq was just randomly sent here by the algorithm, to be honest with you. Yeah, so anyways, I was at this job. I'm not even going to talk about the figures, but I'm just going to say they were grossly underpaying me for the work that I was doing. They required my bachelor's degree, but they were paying me really, really little. It's sheep comments. Yeah, that's true. It's not spam, because now I see that he's actually responding. So it's not a bot comment, but yeah, it's just a repetitive loop. I'm just waiting for him to tell me some stuff about me being black and call me Diddy. Like, those are the typical things that people do in these comment sections. But anyways, I kept going to my boss, the one who was in charge of deciding whether I could get a higher salary or whatever, and I kept telling her, I'm doing a very good job. Here's the proof of the job that I'm doing, and I deserve to get paid more. Little bro, you don't know anything about me. Who's little bro? Yo, the comments are entertaining today. What's happening? That's true. I have seen AI character conversations. All right, Tariq. It's been fun. But I don't actually need you on this page, in case you didn't realize that. So, bye. That was fun. Thank you for the entertainment. I always thank the trolls for the entertainment before I block them from my page, because it's like an extra little on it today. You probably prompted him to say that. Probably so. Probably once that the bot saw Diddy, it was like boom, boom, boom. It just responded. There are bots that can actually respond in real time. I'm glad that you're here, because you know what I'm talking about. Like, I see these algorithm bot comments almost every day at this point. So, and sometimes I respond to them, and I'm like, why am I responding to someone who's not even a human? But what I was saying is, I went to this boss of mine, and I said that I deserve this increase in salary. And she was just like, I agree that you deserve this increase in your salary, but we don't have the budget for it right now, and so, but we could have that budget in the future. So what you have to do is work hard for another 6 months and keep proving your worth, and after that 6 months, we will come back to the table and reconsider. And the thing was, I had already had that same discussion with her 6 months prior, where she said the exact same thing. And mama ain't raised no fool. So I'm like, I'm not a fool. So at this point, I'm just going to go out and try to get another job. Long story short about that, I tried for 3 jobs, and I got offers from all 3, and they all paid me more, a higher starting salary than what this job was paying me. All 3 of those jobs. and I picked the one that sounded and looked best for me. And so I wasn't doing that as like a negotiating tool or anything like that. I just really was over the job and I wanted to leave. I thought they were disrespectful to me. I thought that I had put in so many years already. Like, imagine you're already there for 5 years and then they're telling you, like, prove your worth to us before we can give you one raise. Like, that's crazy to me. So I gave in my letter to HR. Here's my 2 weeks. That lady called me directly, immediately, an hour after I put in that letter of resignation. And the funny thing is, to get those meetings with her, it was not like I just had a direct line to just call her and she picks up. Like, I had to go through a person to get to a person to get to a person to get to her. And even then, I asked her for the meeting today. Maybe it's going to happen in a month. So she reached out to me directly. I'll never forget this. I was shopping. I was in the pharmacy. It was around Christmas time. I was in the pharmacy and she called me and I was like, I was on some like, what do you want? Like, I was so rude to her because I was done with the company. She's like, I heard that you put in your letter of resignation. What's happening, Mark? I didn't even know that you were unhappy here. I didn't even know that you were applying for another job. Like, I'm going to tell you that I'm applying for another job. Get out of here. So I said, well, on this and this date, letter of resignation is in. Says to me, well, what reason would you have to leave us? Because everybody loves you here. You're doing a wonderful, terrific job. The clients love you. The staff loves you. You do such amazing work. I mean, like, what can they do that we're not doing? And I'm like, do you want me to put this in chronological order, alphabetical? You want me to read you the Dead Sea Scrolls? Because at this point, there's so many answers to that question. I was like, they respect me. They the way that we spoke. It sounds like they would treat me better. The caseload requirement is realistic. The pay is way better than what y'all are paying me. There's just so many things. The only thing she heard out of that was pay. So she said, what can we pay you to make you stay? That's why I smoked weed before making this. No, it wasn't the government. It was a counseling center. So she said, what can we do to make you stay? What can we pay you? Not what can we do. What can we pay you to make you stay? I was like, I'm busy. I don't have time for this. She was like, okay, well, if you think of something, this is a time-sensitive thing, so call me back within the next 2 hours, and we can consider. So I was like, all right. I called my friend. I told my friend about that conversation. I was like, they can tell me nothing that's going to make me stay. He said, don't do that, Mark. He was like, squeeze that lemon. Get whatever you can get out of that. Squeeze the juice out of that. He said, worst case scenario, you're still going to that other job. Best case scenario, you get some kind of figure that is out of this world. He said, this is your time to swing for the fences. So he said, come up with a figure of what you want and then give them $5,000 more than that. I gave them a figure that was almost $20,000 a year more than what they were presently paying me, expecting her to laugh in my face. Because when I asked for that raise from her, like only a few months before that, the raise that I asked for was about, I think maybe a 5% annual raise, which might have amounted to $2,000 to $3,000 more, not $20,000, $2,000 to $3,000 more a year annually. And she told me we don't have the budget for that. So me asking for $20,000 more, and they already told me they don't have the budget for $3,000 more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm expecting a response like, "What are you smoking, guy?" Like, there's no way that we can pay you that, right? Because if you don't got the budget, you don't got the budget. Like, it's simple. It is what it is. She says, give me 1 hour. I'm going to talk to the CEO and I'll call you back and let you know what we can do. I'm like, what? So I get off this phone, I call my friend back, and I say, she called me and I gave her the figure and she told me, I'll call you back in an hour once I figure out what if we can do it. I'm like, this is even a possibility for them to do? So it didn't even take 1 hour. Calls me in like 20 to 30 minutes. Hey, Mark, congratulations. I spoke to the CEO. I told him that this is what you want to stay. He said, done. We can have that done by your next paycheck. What else did you want? Respect, this, that, caseload. Your caseload is whatever it was, like 45, and you want it to be 30. Done. 30 caseload, $20,000 more, and we'll have conversations with you about how you feel disrespected and see what we can do to rectify that. So you have an hour to contemplate this offer, and if you want to accept it, you can accept it, and if not, the offer's off the table. And I'm sitting here like, oh, you're throwing a whole lot at me. Like, there's so many things that I've been asking for. Then when I'm on the doorstep about to leave, then all of these things are okay. Way more money than I asked for initially, and all these other things, caseload requirement. Like, how much were you underpaying me? And like, what in the world? How much money do I make for y'all for you to make that kind of huge decision with me in that short span of time? It's like when you try, oh yeah. It's like my mom just did that. She switched from Spectrum to Verizon. A Spectrum employee actually told my mom, like, because my mom was like, how come you initially signed me up for this $99 plan and now all of a sudden I'm paying Verizon prices? The Spectrum person was like, oh, that ain't a thing. Like, it's a game. All you have to do is just switch every 2 years. You know, like, you get the 2-year special price, and then after 2 years you go to another internet provider or whatever, cable internet and phone provider, and then you get the special deal from them, and then you switch back to us, and it goes like that, right? So yeah, it is just like that. You're right. So anyways, I made the mistake of staying with the job because I'm like, you know what, getting way more money from them. I don't have to leave. I don't have to restart my 401k, etc., right? And I pay your money. You know what you don't pay? You don't pay attention because you don't know who the blank you talking to. You off my page. Bye. Okay, so I love the trolls. It reminds me of when I went to this comedy show, Jay Farrow, if you know who he is, and he was getting heckled, and he was like, you know, I don't know why people come to the comedy shows to heckle the comedian with the mic, because number one, I have the mic and you don't. Number two, I'm funny. Number three, like, I can get you kicked out of the building. I can literally block you. I mean, you can still watch me because YouTube's block feature still allows the person to see me, but unless you have another account, you can't comment on here again. And if you do comment and say stupid stuff again, all your accounts are getting blocked. Yeah, so anyways, to continue that story, I made the mistake of staying there, and things changed for a little bit, but then they were treating me the exact same way they were treating me before when I left, and I just wasn't a fan of that. Actually, they were treating me worse, because now they're like, you're the highest paid at this particular position, so now your responsibilities and expectations are higher than the people that are in your spot not getting as much money as you. Even though obviously they're not going to do that, they're not even going to pay me that much, unless I was producing the most in the first place out of the others that they had doing that role. I'm very aware of that now. I wasn't so aware of that at the time. So we were going back and forth about that particular thing again. Expectations, and they kept throwing it in my face that they're paying me more, they expect more, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm so frustrated because now I'm stuck. Like, I owe these people because they're giving me more money now. And so I don't have a voice because it's like they're just going to keep reminding me, this is what we're paying you, so this is what you have to do. And I thought that I was stuck there. Then I get this recruiter from a different company. They reach out to me on Indeed. Hi, my name is such and such. I am a talent acquisition specialist for this and this company, and we've looked at your resume. We think you're a strong candidate for such and such and such position. I've received many such emails. Like, if you're on these job websites, you know that those are emails that they send out. You get those emails probably every single day. So I was like, I don't really, at this point, I'm not even going to really entertain anything unless I know that they reach some kind of minimum standard. And that standard is going to be at least maybe like $5,000 more than what I'm getting at my current job. And honestly, I thought it was just one of those scam recruiters too, because it wasn't sent on my Indeed inbox. It was sent right to my email. So I spoke to them. I responded. I said, hi, thank you so much for your consideration. I am currently working right now, and in order for me to even go through the interview process, I don't want to waste your time or mine. I require X amount of dollars in order for me to even do, not money to do the interview, but I mean the position has to have a range of this to this. And the starting range that I gave them was $12,000 more than what my present company was paying me. That was the starting range that I gave them. And I gave them an ending range of like 17,000 more. They say to me, oh, that is well within our range. So I was like, okay. It sounded too good to be true, but I was like, let me go through with this application. And I went through with the application, and I ended up, long story short, I ended up getting that job. And I remember when I was leaving my company, they were kind of on some, you can't do better than us. And I was thinking to myself, little do you know that I already did. I found somewhere whose starting salary was higher than what I begged you for. And at one point in time, I didn't think that it was possible for me to find myself in that type of situation. So, long story short, I know I went around the world. If you're used to me, you do know I go around the world. But if you're not used to me, I go around the world to get to the point. But I do have a point. The thing that you thought was meant for you today that you did not achieve or receive. Don't think that when you didn't achieve it, you didn't receive it, that it means that it's over. The thing that is meant for you will find its way to you. It might not be immediately. It might be a waiting game. But matter of fact, don't wait. Because I wasn't waiting for this opportunity to show up at my doorstep. I was not waiting. I was actively and proactively working, and I was putting myself out there, and I was just apply. try again, you know, put my resume out there every day, see what happens and see what hits. And when I finally did get this dream offer, it was unexpected. I didn't think that anything was coming my way. So don't give up. Don't think that when the first door closes on you that there's never going to be another open door. And don't even necessarily think that if that door closed on you that it's a permanently closed door. It could be a door that you just have not found the right key. So that's my motivational message for the day. Believe in yourself. Never give up. Don't stop trying. I'm still trying every day. I'm not even sitting here and telling you what is happening here. I'm not even sitting here and telling you that things are all exactly the way that I want them to be. Get your butt out of the road, ma'am. Okay. I'm not even sitting here and saying that everything is the way that I want it to be now, but I am saying there's so many things that I've learned in life that are making me this complete human that is able to handle disappointment much better than I used to, that is willing to accept and acknowledge that sometimes when what you think is the best thing for you kind of falls apart on you, there is potentially something better for you on the horizon. So don't give up. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Talk to y'all soon.